everybody. Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back to the Believe in Iowa State podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Carter.
And I'm your host, Cody Vanciolum.
Cody, happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
What was your spread looking like yesterday?
Oh, okay. So my spread. So my family decided on not having traditional turkey, but we got a bunch of Cornish hens. So that was the main kind of bird we had.
Okay.
But in addition to that, my cousins made two types of potatoes. Made a mashed potato and then a potatoes au gratin. We also had sweet corn, some stuffing, and then there was like this caramelized onion that one of my siblings made, which was really good. And then like some like bread crackers and then potato cheesy potato bites. So that was pretty much the what I had for Thanksgiving.
See, so some breadcrumbs, and then that sounds pretty good. I mean, my dad was in the hospital, so we had just some chicken wings and fries. Nothing too crazy.
Mm.
So it was very laid back. So I'm glad that you had a good Thanksgiving. Everybody, welcome to our Black Friday edition of this show. Thank you guys for tuning in. We first thing we're gonna talk about the reaction to the Players Era tournament. Cody, I do have a lot of thoughts for about this. This Iowa State team might be better than what we actually thought.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of Iowa State fans, and I think myself included, we would say like a successful trip to Vegas would have been a 2-1 record, but we not only went 3-0, but we kind of played well. Like we played and won convincingly two of our three games. The only close game was St. John's, but that was a really good game, and that really showed Milan Momcilovic looked really good, especially in Vegas. I think he owns the city, along with Joshua Jefferson, the Vegas native.
Yeah, dude, he did, and then there were some other couple of unsung heroes. Um, Killian Torre, man, like we thought that he was only going to be a 2 year guy, but the way he's playing right now, he might only be an aim for 1 year because he already right now looks NBA ready.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, Killian Torre had to step in late in the last two games because of Taman Lipsey's injury. Which, first of all, I'm so mad. I'm like another injury for Taman Lipsey.
It seems like he can never catch a break, man. Like at this point, I would just keep him out until conference play starts. Like because I think we can make it through. Obviously, we have the big game next week at Purdue. At Purdue, that which we'll talk about in the next segment. But like, man, it just sucks. Like, because it just seems every single time that we always have a promising team, there's always like a debilitating injury, and I'm so tired of it.
Yeah, but I think this team is built to be better for it.
Oh yeah, I
But
agree.
yeah, I think even with Lipsey being, I mean, you mentioned Purdue, Cyhawk. I would love for Lipsey to play in that, considering this is going to be his last Cyhawk game, and why not do it in his hometown and ball out? So as much as I was love that for him, if he wasn't playing it, but we still had like Killing Torrey and Jameer Bateman come in and give us good minutes, then I think I'd be okay with keeping Lipsey out till Big 12 play.
Yeah, I agree, man. Because that's where the season really is going to be decided. Like it would be nice to have him for Iowa, and then I would love to have him for that night. But it's about this conference season, man, because you already know that this conference season is going to be a meat grinder. And I will say the Big 12 as a whole has been showing out in non-con. You see Arizona getting a big win over Florida, my Florida Gators, and then you see TCU getting a 4 point win over my Florida Gators last night. The Big 12 is killing it in non-conference.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking right now. Right now, we just take a quick look at the Big 12 before we'll look into them a little later. But right now, TCU's up 14 on Wisconsin at the same event that TCU beat Florida at. So really good. But I mean, not for Arizona. It wasn't just the Florida win. It was also the UConn win as well. I believe that was at the. It was in stores, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was in stores, and that was a huge win for them.
hmm So yeah, I mean, the Big 12 is doing well, and I mean, we also had like we talked about Vegas. The the Big 12 did pretty solid in out in Vegas. Talk about Iowa State and Kansas both going undefeated. Houston only falls to Tennessee, but still a solid showing for the Big 12.
Yeah, and if you saw next year, it looks like the Big 12 has made a partnership with the Players Era tournament, so they're trying to get more teams in there. And I believe, based on seeding, there's going to be 32 teams, but there's going to be, I think, four groups of 8 teams, so there's going to be 18 pools. And then I think you got to come back in like a week or so and then play that, which is going to make it a whole lot more interesting because it's just the whole time that they said, but it goes by point differential, even though Iowa State won by like 40, but somehow they didn't make it a championship game. It's just absolute baloney.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're trying to figure stuff out in the first iteration of this tournament, but I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I think the formatting was just it was questionable from the start. You had the whole press conference with like Seth Berger saying he wasn't going to change the format. Then the next day he said they were going to change the format some way, shape, or form. But I mean, a lot of Iowa State fans were definitely thinking about that St. John's last minute layup.
Yeah, man, it doesn't make any sense, dude.
It, it
I
wasn't
don't
even
get it.
just the layup that cost the team potentially a chance to play for an extra 200, $300,000, but also it was a bad beat for a lot of bettors who had Iowa State spread.
Yes, for real.
But I mean, I forgot to mention with the Big 12, Baylor was also in Vegas. They went 2-1 as well. So, sorry, Baylor fans, but you were there. You made a solid showing.
Yeah, no, it was just a solid show for the Big 12 everywhere as a whole. Um, Now we talked about this game next week. This game is probably has a chance to be game of the year. We have Purdue next week at Mackey Arena a Saturday from now. Um, we're gonna do a deep dive into this game. I'm gonna share my screen and we're really gonna break down this matchup because this has a chance to really be, if Iowa State can play their game, this could definitely be one of the best matchups of the year in non-con.
Yeah. For Purdue, obviously they're right there with Houston and Arizona. I mean, they're right now the number one team in the country. And take a look at some of their like early great wins already. They already have great wins at number 8 Alabama against Memphis, and then destroys Texas Tech.
Yeah, they beat them. They 30-piece Texas Tech, which was
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
that
Which
was
sort of
definitely
makes
the
me
most.
wonder. Oh yeah, and it sort of makes me wonder if Texas Tech is gonna pull it together. Ooh, and then as I saw, BYU has a non-con matchup with Dayton, which is gonna
Mm.
be a great game.
Ooh, the Dayton Flyers. That's always a fun team to look out for in the mid majors.
Yeah, definitely. Um, we're gonna go here, and then we will go and look at Purdue. And 1 second, y'all. Sorry, this is bad TV. All right, we're gonna share. Hey, wait a minute.
Wait, so I'm watching the TCU Wisconsin game live, and TCU has forced 13 turnovers.
Wow, that's insane.
Okay, so they definitely learned from the TJ Otso Basketball Ball School.
Yeah, the school of Otto Basket Burger Ball. Um,
Yeah.
Cody, if you could share your screen, that'd be great. For
Oh,
some
for
reason,
the
I cannot share my screen. Yeah.
so let's see, we're talking. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to pull up, but okay, so you're able to take a look. Okay, so I have it up.
difficulties, guys. I completely apologize. It's been very wonky. Um,
Yeah.
but we will be back with you in a few. We're gonna we
Actu-
just please be patient with us. I apologize.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I don't know if you're able to see it, but sharing right now. If you are able to see it, basically you're having a live look at the Friday slate within the Big 12. You currently
There
have
we go.
Wisconsin. Yep. Yep. So you currently have TCU lead Wisconsin by 17. We'll take a look at the box score here. And yeah, a decent showing for TCU. Brock Harding, the former Iowa transfer, 2 threes for 6 of 9 shooting for 14 points. You also have David Punch and Xavier Edmonds contributing double-digit points. Meanwhile, for Wisconsin, John Blackwell is basically the entire team.
Oh, interesting. This could be a very impressive run by TCU. It's
Mhm.
I'm very impressed with them.
Yeah, I think we kind of left them for dead after New Orleans. I won't lie.
Oh, I everybody did. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, you mentioned BYU taking on Dayton. Also had Colorado win by 13 against Washington, so that's a solid win for the conference. And then we have some more Big 12. We've got BYU winning by 10 against Miami. Oklahoma State is looking more dangerous by the game. They win by 5 over Northwestern.
Mm. Yeah,
So,
Oklahoma State looks like they're gonna be a force in the Big 12 this year.
so, and I mean, I think their head coach, I mean, he was under Matt Painter for a number of years. So if I'm not mistaken, as an assistant.
That helps.
Yep. So, I mean, you look for Oklahoma State, you have 5 guys scored in double digits. Jalen Curry was the lead scorer coming off the bench with 18. Victorious Miller with 17. Parsafala with 13. Anthony Roy with 16. And then Christian Coleman with 10. So, a pretty balanced day for Oklahoma State yesterday.
Yeah, oh no, definitely, bro.
And then trying to see if anybody else. Yep, and then just real quick, take a look at some of the other. Yeah, I feel bad for Arizona State. They were right there. They were right there.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker to USC.
Yeah, but okay, Cincinnati. We gotta talk.
Yeah, what is going on, Cincinnati? You can't be losing to Eastern Michigan, dog.
Yeah, I don't get how. Like, is it too crazy to start calling for Wes Miller's head?
No, it's not too crazy at all. I'm pretty sure Cincinnati fans are already calling for his head.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
Nope.
Oh, Louisville.
Oh. Oh, so the battle for the cake of nails in basketball.
Ah. I never knew that name.
Yeah, that's what their rivalry name is.
Yep. And then Utah picking up a massive win over the SEC against Ole Miss.
Yeah, I just don't know if Ole Miss is going to be that good this year because you saw the team out east flexing the win over Ole Miss. Iowa State could never.
Are we
Whatever,
forgetting
bro.
that? Here's the thing. I think Ole Miss lost like a lot of their production.
They did lose a lot of their production. They're not the same team, and then already thinking that they're gonna win, knowing that they're gonna get belt when they come to Hilton. Come on now.
Okay. Just take a look more about the Big 12 round feast week. We've got Kansas State walking into Assembly Hall and getting baseball out by Indiana under Tucker and Darren DeVries.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that coming. Unfortunately, like Indiana is actually really good this year. So,
so they might be legitimate.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just take a look at other. Yeah. So basically, Feast Week was us up and down for the Big 12.
Yeah. So it should be interesting
Yeah,
how it turns out. But like I said, we're gonna do a deeper dive, and we're gonna go and look at Purdue.
yeah.
Now I can
So,
finally share my screen.
oh, you can. All right,
Yeah.
all right. I'll just do it. I'll just be safe.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're looking at Iowa State and Purdue. It really is interesting to see that they actually give us a good chance right now.
I was surprised, man. You look at the opposing points per game. Iowa State gives up 65. Purdue gives up 68. Um, they average about 5 rebounds more per game and about 2 assists, almost 2 3 assists more per game. So these are like definitely evenly matched teams. You look at their last 5 games. They won a big game on the road at Tuscaloosa, 87-80. They beat Texas Tech by 30. They beat a good Memphis team, 80-71. So they are battle tested. So this should be a matchup of wills, and then we're gonna go and look at really just look at the Boilermakers roster and look at and see who they have. So we're gonna look
Uh,
at their roster.
yeah, and I mean for Purdue, I think the main playmakers we're going to be looking at are definitely Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman. Those are the big three I'm thinking of. And then you also have the transfer out of South Dakota State, Oscar Clough, who Iowa State was very interested in getting, but ended up at Purdue. So I'm really curious to see how that
Yeah,
like matchup is going to go. But I mean, I think I saw on Ken Palm that Joshua Jefferson and Braden Smith were among the top 10 national players.
yeah, I saw that because one thing I would like to talk about it is we're gonna stop sharing real quick. I think one thing that you do that I will say is that like Joshua Jefferson, we're seeing a different side of him that we really haven't seen, bro. It's been him being able to distribute the basketball and really be able to see his assists, him being a distributor, being like basically like a point forward, like uh like Royce White used to be during the Hoyball days.
Man, Royce White. You speak of Royce White. I saw people compare Milan's first career dunk to Royce White, and that was hilarious to watch. But you saw the bench go crazy for Milan's dunk.
Oh, I was cracking up, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, and what's funny is too the context. I think I saw Iowa State Athletics posted something earlier in the month where it's like, "Do you wish to be more athletic?" And Milan Momcilovic was like, "Yeah, I wish to be more athletic so I can dunk." And lo and behold,
There it is, man.
yeah. But I think for Purdue, the big things I want to look at is that matchup of probably Torrey against Braden Smith.
That's gonna be an elite matchup. If you could, I don't know if the screen is black, so I don't know if you're trying to share something.
Let me see. Okay, try it.
All right, it is loading.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at it. But I mean, what was like one thing you're looking forward to in that matchup?
Honestly, I want to see how these young guys definitely will react to an environment like Mackey.
Yeah.
Mackey is was one of the toughest places to play, especially when
Mhm.
Purdue is really good.
Mhm.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So
but
I would presume that the matchup for Torrey would be against, yeah, Braden Smith. You
yeah,
take a look at his numbers. Like he's the guy you look forward to. He has 14 points and 8 assists per game. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, against Eastern Illinois, he didn't really put them points, but he did put up a lot of assists. But he also only played 23 minutes, so they were just blowing him out.
oh yeah,
But I think a better like kind of luck would be Texas Tech when they just blew him out.
yeah.
Yeah, if you look, you had 7 guys get in double figure scoring, So it was just a really well done day for Purdue. You had Oscar Clough put up a double double with 15 rebounds and 7 of those big offenses. So what I'm looking at most for Iowa State is to really limit those second chance points.
That's what's going to be the key, and I definitely think that this is going to be a game where um, you see Dominicus Plata and Blake Buchanan definitely be a difference in this game.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I think for those two, I think I saw them get more comfortable as Vegas went on because we were seeing like we saw Buchanan kind of unlock a little bit in against Mississippi State, but in Vegas he looked much more comfortable than he did at the beginning of the year.
no, I completely agree, man.
And then,
It's
and then I could say the same for Plata because although he wasn't putting stuff on the stat sheet, he was making some important plays.
oh for sure.
And that's what that's what I'm waiting for out of a big man is like be able to get down low, do the dirty work, get those second chance boards, protect the rim.
Yep. So it's
So most likely,
I think I think yeah.
so I guess if you're like if you're a TJ, who do you match up against Oscar Clough?
You said who would I match up on Oscar Clough? You said.
Yeah, and would you double team?
Let's see. If I were to put it, I'd put I probably would put definitely Buchanan. I put Buchanan on him, and then I would have Buchanan play him straight up.
Yeah, just one on one.
Yeah, one on one.
Yeah. I think with the way TJ's defense, like with the way that defense work, you're probably going to get something from Jefferson coming off a trade
Oscar Clove's an older player, but I do like how yeah, and honestly, like in that matchup, I think obviously I think Clough might get the better of him, but Blake Buchanan is going to hang in there, and he's made Blake Buchanan has made a big play like every time that we've needed him, especially in this
Mm-hmm.
tournament. So I think that's what the number one matchup is going to be, and if
Yeah.
he ends up getting like exposed in in the matchup, I feel like they're gonna call TJ's gonna call for a double team probably later in the game and make end game adjustments.
Yeah. So yeah, I would expect that. And for like shooting wise, I'm trying to see produce like shooting numbers because one of the things that some teams will exploit is I would say obviously the double team and being able to get it out quick and get it to like the corner for an easy three.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to see because a lot of teams did take advantage of that last year. I will say we do have a lot more pressure defensively this year, and with us being more defensively focused, I will say that our offensive floor is a lot higher than what it was last year.
Mhm. Yeah, I think outside of Oscar Clough and Brady Smith, Trey Kaufman Ren is going to be somebody that we're going to have to deal with because he put up, what was it, 12 against Texas Tech, 14 against Eastern Illinois, and then had 19 against Alabama. So we really have to look out for him possibly as a perimeter threat because he's shooting 50% from the perimeter on the year. Granted, in the last 5 games, it's only been against Alabama, but still, that's something you got to recognize for his scoring ability.
Definitely.
And he seems to be a double machine as well.
Not for sure. So it should be a interesting development to see how this game comes out. So I'm pretty sure if you're going to come down, I mean those tickets are going to be expensive, but West Lafayette should be an easy drive. Pretty sure I'm probably the Indiana contingent and probably a lot of the Chicago contingent are going to probably make a trip down to
Yeah.
West Lafayette. But
Mhm.
if you're gonna go, make sure to cheer loud and cheer for the clones.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean, this game is going to be on a national stage. We got the CBS matches where it's beautiful. I love being on CBS.
So do I. I can't wait for this game, man. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be cinema, as the kids like to
Mhm.
say. All right. um. All right. Now we are gonna go and look across the Big 12 and the national slate for football. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna take a look at that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the last like week, I think, we talked about like some of like the importance of like some of these games when it comes down to Big 12 title race and bowl eligibility.
Yes, we're gonna take a look at the Big 12 first. Um. Where? Okay, that's where we're at. We're week 14 now. So here are some of the games. Um, well, obviously we're gonna start tonight. At 8 p.m. We have Arizona going on the road to Tempe to play Arizona State. Arizona's 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, the duel in the
Although
desert
Arizona
territorial
has,
cup. This thing is gonna be a
yep,
beauty because I mean Arizona, what a year they've put it together.
oh yeah, it's been
Yeah,
great, man.
yeah, and I think I saw Arizona State has won 7 of the last 10 territorial cups or duels in the desert. So Arizona wants to bring that back, and obviously rivalry week was last season was one of the best rivalry weeks I've ever seen. I mean, you saw Arizona State plant the fork at midfield. You saw wasn't necessarily happy about that.
No, they weren't, and there were like a record amount of fights on rivalry weekend, and I was like, this is so unhinged, but I love it.
That's what we love rivalry week for. I would have had expect a brawl to break out during Farmageddon.
Man, that would have been awesome. And
Yeah.
right now, on our TVs, I'm pretty sure we're both watching Texas and Texas A&M. But we'll talk about that once we get to the non-con portion of this. But we still have a few of consequence. We have Texas Tech going on the road to West Virginia tomorrow. And if Texas Tech wins this at West Virginia, they'll be in.
Oh,
Um,
yep. And then, I mean, we didn't even mention it. We had a matchup today as well. Utah
oh
traveling to
yes,
Lawrence, Kansas, to take on the Jayhawks.
yeah. So the fun fact about this game is that KU was winning this game 14-10 going into the fourth quarter. And the thing about this is that they had two chances in the red zone, but Jalen Daniels threw two very bad interceptions in the red zone. One of them was returned for a pick six, and that is what caused Utah to separate from Kansas to win 31-21 on the road in Lawrence.
Yeah, I feel like with Jalen Daniels, he's always like for how great a quarterback he can play at times. He's always prone to make one or two bad turnovers that just will likely like cost like points and then maybe the game. But he's had a lot of plays that are like turnover worthy.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he is sort of regressed from the spectacular season he had last year and in 2023.
Yep. So it might be time to hit up LinkedIn, my boy, because you've been here forever.
Yeah, dog. Hopefully that watch that you had with your highlights was worth it.
Yeah, because wasn't he like a freshman when like Brock Purdy was like in college?
Yes, bro. We played him in 2020.
Okay, it feels like it's been longer.
It might have been. I don't know if it was 2019. I don't know. 2019, 2020.
I mean, Burrow's putting up Perry Ellis numbers.
I'm saying, bro.
I feel like anytime you have an old man on Kansas, all everybody thinks of is Perry Ellis.
Perry
It's just
Ellis.
hilarious. I love that. But I mean, yeah, but we talked about this off before the show. Does this likely cost Utah potentially a chance to make it to the college football playoff?
I would say so. Struggling on the road against a bad Kansas team is not a good look. Our only, like we said, our only hope is for BYU to win the rematch in Arlington against Texas Tech,
Hmm.
and we'll have to see if that happens. But Texas Tech is up wagon right now. I do think they should be able to handle West Virginia pretty easily. Some of
Hmm.
the other games on tap at 11 a.m. We do have no night games tomorrow. All of them are either at 11 a.m., noon, or 2:30. So we also have Colorado going to Hillside Family Stadium to play Kansas State. Kansas State has to win this game to get bowl eligible.
It would be the funniest thing if Colorado were to beat Kansas State and is the reason Kansas State is bowl ineligible, and the fact that Colorado has beaten both teams that have played in Ireland week 0.
Yeah, that would be the craziest development of all time. Is that they beat both the teams that played in week 0? That would be nuts.
Yeah. Yep. And then also at 11, we have Houston traveling to Waco to take on Baylor. And I don't know, man. Baylor is just a mess.
Yeah, Baylor is an absolute mess, man. I don't know how you can really inspire your fan base can have any inspired confidence about bringing him back because just the hype that was supposed to be there this year and it was just it was an absolute dumpster fire.
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
Yep. And then also at 11 a.m., we have your Iowa State Cyclones traveling down to Stillwater to take on Oklahoma State. Iowa State's a double-digit favorite, and ideally they should just take care of business as long as they don't fuck around and find out.
Exactly. That's the thing. Run the football like you have been the last 6 games. That's what they're gonna run the ball down their throat. Make timely passes, and get to 8-4 and see where you end up in the bowl game.
Yeah, because I mean, I guess bowl projection wise, we would likely end up in Phoenix, Arizona for the Rape Bowl. We could end up at the Texas Bowl, but there's a few.
Yeah,
I think one I don't want to do is playing Memphis in Memphis again. I'm okay.
really
Like, here's the thing: I'd be okay if we were playing in Memphis, but can we not play against Memphis again?
facts, bro. Can we play like LSU or somebody?
Oh yeah, or give me another. I'm trying to think of another 8-14 SEC team.
I'm trying to think who else. It could be Tennessee. It could be like I will play the vol. Like if we get like Tennessee or LSU, no cap, I might go. Like
Yeah,
because that
it would be
that's
fun
New
to play
Year's
against
weekend.
LSU.
That's what I'm saying. We had fun with the LSU fans.
Yeah, dude, the
So
amount of drinking we do, like, as two fan bases, that'd be crazy.
I'm saying, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if you were to play in the Rape Bowl, imagine we get to play against Nebraska.
Oh, I want that because the way they got killed by Iowa today. Oh, that would be absolute belt. Like, bro. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we need that. We need that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But we just have to take care of business against Oklahoma State. But I
Yep.
probably won't be tuning into this one as much as maybe these other two games. I don't know. Middle Florida travels to LaVelle Edwards Stadium to take on BYU. BYU looking to solidify and hopefully get their spot in the college football playoff. Just lock up a potential spot.
Yep. And as they look to finish 11-1, and then Cincinnati goes on the road to TCU. Um, they sort of they're this is sort of a disappointing end to their season as they started off 5-0 in conference, and now they just lost their last, I believe, their last three to move
Yeah.
to 5-3.
And I mean, you could probably say the same thing about Cincinnati because, boy, there was a point where they were in contention to go to the Big 12 title game, but they have fallen off in the month of November.
They've fallen off a cliff, man. They start off 5-0, and they might finish at 5-4. Oh boy! All right, we're gonna take a look at the national slate. We're gonna start with Maction earlier in the week. Um, we have Bowling Green getting a huge win over UMass.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't take that seriously when you say serious win over UMass. I'm sorry. I'm
No, that's
like
all
I
good.
can't. And then Western Michigan furthers their spot to go to the MAC championship game. And then Thursday on Thanksgiving Day, Navy travels to Memphis, Tennessee to get a win over the Tigers. And I mean, dude, I'm hoping that they've not only played in the American Championship game, but they could potentially get into the college football playoffs.
Yes, bro. We culturally we need a service academy in the playoff, bro. We
Mhm.
need it for America.
Yep. Okay. So taking a look at Friday's matchups in football, Boise State and Utah State. I think that game's about finishing up, so I won't worry too much about that. And then we have two matchups that are gonna be going on right about now. We have Indiana, undefeated in the year, number 2 in the country, traveling to Lafayette, West Lafayette to take up Purdue. And this is a random but weird fact: teams that travel to West Lafayette, ranked at number 2 at night, they lose.
Wow.
I think we've seen it with Ohio State.
So would Indiana still go even if they were to lose because since they have the tiebreaker over Oregon?
Yeah, they would have the tiebreaker over Oregon. So I think Indiana's pretty locked in for a spot in the Big Ten championship game.
Oh, well, that's sort of anticlimactic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'll have to look at tiebreakers again, but um, yeah. So Indiana should take care of business to go undefeated in the regular season.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm on. I just changed to the quad mode, so
yeah.
I am on quad for YouTube TV.
Oh, same here. And yeah, the other matchup we've got going on right now, number 3, Texas A&M is at Austin, Texas, take on number 16th ranked Texas. This is a Lone Star State showdown, and Texas A&M is pretty much locked into the playoffs, but they're looking to secure their spot in the SEC championship game with the win. Win in an
Yes.
for the Aggies.
There's a win and end scenario, and it looks like they will be playing the Alabama Crimson Tide. If they win, it looks like, or no, they played Georgia since Georgia won.
Yeah, well, even though that Georgia lost to Alabama head to head, I think it's because it has something to do with I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I think it's only for that because it's only that for now because Georgia won today. But I think if Alabama wins, it's only if Bama beats Auburn tomorrow, then it'll be still be safely in the SEC championship because they still have the tiebreaker. So
yeah, I mean, I guess for Texas A&M, you're looking to finally beat Texas. You haven't beaten them in 14, 15 years. You renewed the rivalry last year, but you looked terrible against Quinn Ewers in Texas. But I think this year, Texas A&M is much better equipped.
Yeah, they have a much deeper team, and they're much more mentally tough.
Yep. And then we have some matchups from earlier today as well. We mentioned Georgia, a clean, old-fashioned hate. They survived a Hail Mary effort from Georgia Tech as they won 16-9. We had the Egg Bowl with Ole Miss winning 38-19 over Mississippi State. The fun part of this one, we saw a brawl as well.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like, what?
I called it Friday afternoon SmackDown at the Egg Bowl. Yeah, but all right. Did you see the clip where Lane Kiffin was heading into the tunnel, and then he goes back out, and he gets into the face of a podcaster who made a reference saying that Lane Kiffin was can't turn a hoe into a housewife or something like that.
Oh yeah, and he didn't want that smoke. He didn't want that smoke.
No. Roll faster than a folding chair.
Oh yeah, nah. Lane Kiffin was about that life, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, with the whole Lane Kiffin thing, do you think he's realistically going to leave Ole Miss?
I mean, I wouldn't, but the way it seems like he's flirting with LSU, so I mean, it possibly could be. I just don't understand why you have it really, really good at Ole Miss right now. Like going to LSU, if you don't
with that turbulence and that mess.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't meet your expectations in 2 years, you're gonna get fired, and then you're gonna be wishing that you would have stayed at Ole Miss. So, I think for him, he should stay at Ole Miss because basically, if you win 10 games or 9 games at Ole Miss, you will be
you're treated like royalty.
Yeah, forever. So and his family's already grounded there. I think his son is a top recruit at Oxford High School. So they're very well grounded into the community.
Yep. Yeah, and then one more matchup a couple matches I want to talk about is Iowa absolutely killing Nebraska
Yeah, we a lot of people called this.
Yeah,
Nebraska is not the same team. They've fallen off after starting 6-1. They lost 4 out of the last 5 to
yeah.
finish 7-5, and I sort of figured that they were going to be 7-5. So
Mhm. Oh man, Matt Rule.
it seemed like he just after he got bro. It just seemed like after he got that extension, he was like, "All right, you know what? I'm good now."
He hit the SpongeBob. I had him head out.
Exactly. Facts, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
exactly
mean,
what he did.
yeah. Okay, and here's the thing, Nebraska. I'll admit the targeting call you kind of got screwed over on, but everything else, no. You tripped over yourself way too much.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Saturday we get to like rivalry week. Saturday. Oh, we've got the game to top it off. Oh, this thing is gonna be a beauty.
Ohio State, Michigan. Ohio State comes in as a 9.5 point favorite. As you guys all know, Michigan has won the last 4 matchups. I cannot wait to watch this one.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan fans have been letting Ohio State fans know it's been 2,000 plus days since the Buckeyes last beaten the Wolverines. So Ohio State will have nothing more than to finally get that win, and especially for Ryan Day. That's been the one thing that a lot of Ohio State fans criticize Ryan Day for is not being able to win the game.
Right. So that should be interesting to see how Ohio State responds coming into that game.
That's going to be big noon.
It's going to be big noon, so make sure to tune into that. We have also at 11 at Acrisure Stadium, Miami going on the road to Pittsburgh and playing Pitt.
Yeah, Miami trying to keep the very slim and long shot to get into the ACC championship game alive by winning this game at Pittsburgh. Because I mean, all the CFP ranking projections so far has had Miami in as the ACC champion, but given all the tiebreakers and the scenarios that they would need, it's a long shot.
Yeah, definitely. And Pittsburgh, I think, has a better chance if Pittsburgh wins this game. They need a few. So now that Georgia Tech lost, I believe if they win this game, I believe that they will be the ones that make it into the ACC title game.
Yeah, I believe so. Because I mean, it would be for SMU. I think it's just winning in, Pitt winning in, and I think for Virginia, it's also winning in.
So it should be interesting. I am going to be too glued to see what happens in the ACC because ACC has been the conference of chaos this year. It's
Mm-hmm.
been absolutely fun to watch.
Yep. And then we've got Kentucky traveling to Louisville to end their year, see if renewing kind of a rivalry that's more known in basketball. And in football, you've also got Clemson traveling to South Carolina to take on the
Yep,
Gamecocks.
battle for the Palmetto State. Clemson wants to get revenge after South Carolina got a huge win at Clemson last year in Death Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We also got
Got a
some
lot of
action.
yep. Yeah, got tip of Delaware. I was trying to see if there's anything for like mid like for group of six. 'Cause I think they're. I mean, if we go back to Friday, I think we had some stuff for group of six, and we have to talk about North Texas. Yeah.
Yes, 11-1. Drew Mestamaker.
And Drew Messamaker, yeah, had a really good day. And then actually, the North Texas head coach has just been announced as the newest head coach for Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I'm honestly interested if he brings Drew Mestamaker with him to
Yeah.
uh to Stillwater.
I feel like the precedent was set with Kurt Signetti going from James Madison to Indiana and how that turned out. So I think a lot more coaches that come up from the group of six are going to start bringing a lot of their guys from that team over to their new team. So I wouldn't be surprised if um, e- if the new head coach it brings up Drew Messmaker and a bunch of the North Texas team over to Stillwater.
I will say this: if it's the same trend that we've seen, where bottom level teams get better, and they come up to the top of the conference, I think that Oklahoma State could definitely be a dark horse team to win the conference
Yeah,
next year.
I think you can see Oklahoma State get back to prime Mike Gundy years.
Oh, I completely agree, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look more at the 2:30 slate. I think I saw Oregon somewhere.
Yep. Oregon plays Washington. I think that game is at
think that's a two. Yeah, there's a lot of 2:30 games. So we gotta go, yeah, go
Really?
from the start. Yeah. Yep. So I see it.
Oh, there it is. It's hidden.
That's the game on CBS. So Oregon looking to lock in their spot and have a hopefully have a chance to get in the Big Ten championship game. If either I think Ohio State would have to lose. So they're hoping
Yeah.
that Michigan beats Ohio State, and then Oregon they got to win to be in. So they're hoping for some help there.
No, definitely. And then we also have at 2:30 LSU going on the road to Norman to play Oklahoma. Oklahoma has a chance to get a 10-win season. Congratulations to them. Also at 2:30 on ESPN, the battle for Tennessee. I don't know what this rivalry is called, but we have number 14 Vanderbilt going on the road to Rocky Top to play
Yep.
number 19 Tennessee. Vanderbilt has a chance to win 10, I believe, 10 games for the first time, I think, either in school history or for the first time in a while.
I think Vanderbilt is the last team without a 10-win season because
Man, yeah.
it was prior to last season. It was them, Indiana, and us, and Indiana and us both achieved it, and then so now it's just Vandy. But not only that, for Vandy, they could potentially get an at-large bid to the playoffs with a win at Tennessee.
Yep. So 2:30 slate should be fun. We have
Yeah,
Wake Forest also going on the road to Duke.
yeah. Wait, we've got one of my favorite trophies, Paul Bunyan's axe, Wisconsin, Minnesota.
Yeah. Let's see if Wisconsin can continue their streak,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like if they also fun fact, I believe if oh well actually never mind, that streak is over actually. They beat a team with a winning record. I was
Oh,
gonna say since yeah.
it was
Well,
Illinois.
forget that stat. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about for Iowa.
Oh, for Iowa. Okay. Well, I think if Wisconsin wins, that puts Minnesota at 6-6.
Yeah. But they also beat Nebraska today, who was 7-4. So
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. But yeah, the Paul Bunyan's axe is going to be fun one to watch out for. Yeah, we mentioned a little bit earlier James Madison traveling to Coastal Carolina to look to take care of business and continue their path to the college football playoff as the Group of Six representative. And then you've got Florida State traveling to the swamp to take on your Florida Gators.
yeah. This trash heap of a game got buried on ESPN2 as it should be. I don't even uh, I'm not to no lie, I'm probably not even gonna watch that game. It's
How am I
such
going
a
to be the one that likely watches this and not you? That's crazy.
yeah, Sicko's game of the week. 5-6 Florida State at 3-8 Florida.
I think there's a lot more sicko matches. I have to look at that. But then we can skip over to 6:30 as we've got the Iron Bowl.
Yeah. Bama. Can Auburn do the unthinkable in the plains at Jordan Hare and beat and take down top 10 Alabama? I'm
Oh my
not
god.
gonna lie, that would be the funniest outcome, and seeing Bama fans crash out once again would be very, very funny.
Yeah. I mean, look at the line. Alabama's only a 5.5 point favorite, and I'm concerned for that.
Yeah, Vegas knows something that we don't know for sure.
Yeah. You've also got on NBC at 6:30 the battle for Los Angeles. You've got UCLA traveling to the Coliseum to take on the Trojans in Southern California.
Yep.
So,
USC is looking to finish a great year. This will move them to 9-3, have a chance for a double-digit win season.
yep. And then you've got Tulane in a kind of a winning in situation against Charlotte. So not much to say.
Yep. And then I think this is like the Abe Lincoln Trophy. We have Northwestern going on the road down to Champaign to play Illinois. We have North Carolina and NC State. SMU going on the road all the way to Berkeley to play Cal.
Ugh.
We have the Battle for Nevada at 8 o'clock. We have UNLV at Nevada. They're going up to Reno to play that game.
Yep.
We have Notre Dame. If you're really sick of go 9:30 in Palo Alto. Notre Dame is going on the road to play Stanford. And these last two games, these are the sickos game of the week. Fresno State at San Jose State on FS1, and then Wyoming playing on the road at Hawaii. Uh, yeah,
Ah, rivalry week with some sicko games. It's a thing of beauty.
it is a thing of beauty, Cody, and what a season it's been. Um, and we basically are now transferring into uh, basketball season now. But
Yeah,
man, this season flew by. I remember we were just talking about. I was just talking about going on the Ireland trip, and we're just now at the end of the season. Now it's sort of sad.
yep, yeah. And I mean, obviously for Iowa State, I think this is a season they definitely didn't want. Doesn't play out the way it did, but I think still, I think if Iowa State were to get 9 wins, I think that would still be considered a successful season because I think that would be only the fourth time Iowa State has ever achieved that.
Mm,
I think all of them have been achieved. Most of, if not all of them, have been achieved under Matt Campbell.
yeah, that's very true.
So yeah, I think it'd still be a good year for Iowa State. Ooh, got a little bit, yeah, trickery in the Purdue game, and it did not work out.
Yep.
So right now we'll be tuning into like these night games on Friday: Indiana, Purdue, the Los State Showdown, and then TCU is projected to pick up a big win against Wisconsin.
This would be another big win for not out of non-conference for the Big 12 over the Big 10. We get a chance to do it in like a few weeks or so when we play Iowa at home. So
Yep, and then at Purdue.
yeah, and at Purdue.
Yeah,
So
and then
if we can win
and
that,
real quick, some Midwest stuff. Volleyball, Nebraska, by no surprise, they have an undefeated season and win yet another Big Ten title.
and there you go. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in. Uh, you can follow us on social media at Facebook or at Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and also Twitch. The Twitch, uh, the Twitch name is Believe in ISU 2025. You can find Cody on Twitter at Fomac Campbell. You can find me, Tyler, on Twitter at SciTi Guy. Also, we were nominated by FeedSpot as a top 15 sports podcast in the state of Iowa and a top 40 most listened to podcasts in the state of Iowa. So thank you, state of Iowa listeners. Thank you, everybody else who listens to the show. We appreciate you more than you ever know. So, signing off for Tyler Carter.
And for Cody Vancillum,
This is a Believe in Iowa State podcast. Roll clones, baby.
go Cyclones.
Mm-hmm.